Okay, so for the scallops, we actually only need 4 different items. We need our scallops, we need salt, we need pepper, and we need olive oil. And that's it. Okay. So in this video, we're going to be looking at how to cook scallops. And these are one of those foods that you either love or you hate. Some people can't eat them because of seafood allergies. There's really not an alternative to scallops. You can use certain fish like shark, and if you go to certain Asian markets, they will have kind of like fake scallops, but they really don't compare to the real thing. This is very much a luxury dish that we are cooking today, and a lot of people have had these in restaurants, and they in restaurants they're very chewy, they're very gummy, and there's no reason for that. As long as you pay attention to what you're cooking, these scallops are going to be some of the best things you've ever eaten. I love these. So, for equipment for doing this, we're going to need some paper towels, our frying pan, and this time I would recommend a steel pan. You can do this with aluminum. However, in this situation, steel works a lot better because it takes longer to heat up, and that's going to work to our advantage. And you will need some tongs. Okay, so to prep the scallops, all we need to actually do is we'll take our paper towel and we'll spread it out. Take our scallops, and we want to make sure that these are dry. So we're just kind of laying them out. And these, by the way, are fresh sea scallops. I always recommend that if you're doing scallops, you buy fresh. Frozen ones will work. However, you want to check the ingredients on some of the frozen ones because some of them contain extra liquid in them, which is going to affect the way that they taste, and it's going to affect the way that they cook. So I always try to buy mine fresh. And if they stick to the paper towel a little, that's a good thing. So we have our scallops laid out there. We're going to take some salt, and all we're going to do is lightly sprinkle some salt over the top. And the type of salt that I'm using is a sea salt. And if you can see that, there we go. It is flakes. And I find that this salt is just so much better. So, do that. And then we're going to add our pepper. Now we're going to take these and we're going to flip them over. And then we're going to do the same thing to the other side. So we flip those, we have our salt. There we go. And our pepper. There we go. And these scallops are ready to serve. Well, ready to cook. Okay, so let's start cooking our scallops. The first thing we want to do is we want to turn our stove onto medium high. And we're going to add a little bit of oil. That's about a teaspoon of oil in there. I'm sorry, a tablespoon of oil in there. And we're going to let that sit for a little bit in order to bring that oil up to temperature. What we're looking for is we want it right when you start seeing little wisps of smoke coming off of your oil. When it's there, that's the temperature we want. So we're going to leave this until we get to that point, and then we will put our scallops in. Okay, so as you can see, our oil is heating up. It's a lot easier to move around now. And there's very small wisps of smoke coming out. So our heat, we're going to turn our heat down to medium. Now comes part of the hard part, is you're going to take your scallop, and you can grab your scallop with your tongs and very gently place it in there. You're going to hear it start sizzling. And we want to put these in. Oh, there we go. We want to put these in all in a circle. And we don't want to put all of our scallops in at one time. That's called crowding the pan, and we don't want to crowd the pan. We can move that oil around a little bit, make sure it's hitting everything. And we'll do one more in the center. So you see there's room all around everything, and they have room to cook. That's what we want. We need to give these room to cook. And we're going to cook these for about a minute, between 1 to 2 minutes.
You have a phone mic? It's currently not powered anymore.
How much did you get?
5 minutes of it. How about?
Did it cut me out?
No, we still got the boom mic down and it's really loud.
Okay.
I was just listening to you the whole time. It sounded good on the boom mic.
Okay. So this is done then?
Yeah. Should be.
All right. Do me a favor. Make a note that not to use this audio for the scallop cooking video. All right. We're gonna keep going here.
All right, you're good.
Okay, so these have been cooking for a little bit, and what we can do is we can take our tongs and we're just going to look at the back. Those still have some more time. What we're looking for is a nice golden brown. So we're just going to check these and see if that golden brown is getting there. These still have more time to go. So we're going to leave these for a little bit longer. I'm glad we didn't do the poach thing.
Was that hard to do?
Let's bring water up as well.
Yeah. Honestly, we could fucking fit that in real quick Wednesday. Boil 2
Nope. We're not going to do poached eggs until we actually, I think that's intermediate and advanced,
Yeah.
when we do egg benedict. Alright. Man, hot air is still coming out of that thing.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. Okay, so these have cooked a little bit longer. And there's that nice brown crust that we're looking for. So we're going to flip these over. And we're going to get that same brown crust on the other side. Now, one thing that we are also going to do here is we are going to turn our heat up again to medium-high. And that's going to allow us to brown them a little bit better, and you will see why. Before you leave, don't forget to get like a photo of how we have shit set up.
Yeah. How close can you bring it up?
Hold on. Okay, so we've let these cook, and if we look at the other sides now, they're getting nice and cooked. They're sticking to the bottom of the pan a little bit. Yep, these are all looking pretty good. One of the other ways we can tell is if we push down on them, we want them to feel a little bit spongy, but not hard. If they're hard, they're overcooked. So we're going to take these, and I have a plate right here. We're just going to put these on the plate. And these are ready to be added to our salad.
This is scallops, plating, and take one.
Okay, so we've finished cooking our scallops, and now we have to put them on the plate. Putting them on the plate with salad looks really good, and it tastes absolutely fantastic. And the plating is very, very simple. We're going to start with some salad. This is a spring vegetable mix that I bought at my local store. And we're just going to put some of that right in the center there. And make it look nice. Flatten it out a little bit. Next, we have some cherry tomatoes that all I have done with these is cut these in half. And we're just going to take these and we're going to place these all around the edge of the plate. Now, one of the things that you'll notice is that things look better when there are odd numbers. Here we're using 5 tomatoes. If you ever order things, sometimes they'll come with 3, sometimes they'll come with 5, but it's almost always an odd number. So we have 5 tomatoes on there. Next, we're going to get our Greek salad dressing that we made earlier, and we're going to give that a bit of a good shake. Just shake it up. And then, with a spoon, we don't want to pour this on. We just want to take a spoon, and we're just going to drizzle that right on top, a little bit on the outside, just to make things look a little bit interesting, just like that. And we don't want to go too much. There we go. So we are done with our salad dressing. Next, we have our scallops. And the same thing with the tomatoes. We want to do 3. We want to make them look nice. So we're going to do 1 here. And it's okay to kind of just make sure it stays in place. We're going to put 1 here. And we're going to put 1 here. And then these extra scallops, these are for the chef. Or if you're cooking for someone else, that's your second dish. But for us, those are for the chef. But we are done with the scallops there. And the final piece are some onions that we have cut into semicircles. Now these are thick. These are in ice water to get rid of some of that bite. But we're going to take some of these and we're going to make like a little pyramid. Sometimes you drop things, that's okay. And we can just kind of lay them on top of each other just like that. Sometimes these things are picky. Sometimes they're very easy. It happens. So there we go. We are done with our onions. And that plate is ready to serve.